In this English lesson, I wanted to help you learn the English term first impression. Your first impression is what you think of someone or something the first time you see them or see it. A good example would be this: if you were to introduce me to someone in your family, my first impression would probably be that they are a nice person just like you. So however I think about the person in the first few moments that I meet them would be my first impression. Maybe you want to buy a house, and when you walk into a house that you might buy, maybe you're looking at a house, your first impression might be, it seems really nice. So a first impression is simply that very first thought that you have about a person or about someone. The second phrase I wanted to teach you today is under the impression. And this means that you think something about someone, but you're not sure if it's true or not, but you kind of thought it was. I could say this to you: I was under the impression that you are the oldest in your family. I was under the impression that that guy had worked here for 10 years, but he just started last week. I was under the impression that this house was only going to be $250,000, but this house is $400,000. I'm just imagining that I'm looking at a house. My first impression was that the house was really nice, and then I was under the impression that it would be a lot cheaper than it actually is. So I think under the impression, you think something, but you might actually be wrong as well. So to review, your first impression is the first thing you think. When you first watched one of my videos, I would assume, if you're still here, that your first impression was, I think this guy's a pretty nice English teacher. And when you were under the impression, it means maybe without facts, you think something about someone or something. So I could say something like, I was under the impression that these videos would be 5 minutes long, but they're only 4 minutes long. But hey, let's look at a comment from a previous video. Let me get it out of my pocket. And this is from Alexi. I also like to have a free hand. Even if things get out of hand, I can always say that my hands were tied, pun intended. And my response, haha, a great series of phrases there, Alexi. Nice work. So that's from Alexi. Thank you very much. Good use of a number of different phrases with the word hand in it. So I can't walk too far today because it's quite windy out. Actually, it's kind of settled down a bit. But what I wanted to show you is we're a little concerned right now. If you look here, you can see that some of the grass in our driveway is starting to turn brown. The reason this is happening is because it has not rained here for about 2.5 weeks. And this is the time of year where we really need rain. Let me show you over here as well. This is very minor, but you can see that the grass in the middle of the driveway and along the edges is starting to turn brown. The grass in those areas is usually the first to go. That's the first area to turn brown when we're going into what feels a little bit like a drought. I hope we're not entering a drought, but Jen and I have been watering flowers far more than we normally do this time of year. Usually in May and early June, we have timely rains. It usually rains every week, but this year looks like it might be a dry year. I don't know for sure how long it will last. There's no rain in the forecast until Saturday, and then it's only like 30% chance of rain, which is not very high at all. So hopefully it starts raining soon. We need that for the crops to grow. We need that for the flowers to grow. And we'll have to just wait and see. Everything looks great now, but who knows? If it doesn't rain, it's not going to stay like this forever. See ya.